Some interesting similarities from our last part, and of course, I took a couple days off. But again, we have just one song that made it into the Hot 100, and it was a B side and barely made it into the Hot 100. But we also have one of the Beatles' best known songs. So let's get into it. We start with I'm Only Sleeping, a song from Revolver, which dips very slightly into psychedelia, which the Beatles were doing at the time. They were starting to dip into the psychedelic stuff a little bit. This was a really interesting, fun one. Features some backwards lead guitar from George, where he had which started as an accident, where they put the tape in backwards, and so George had to figure out how to play everything backwards, and so I'm sure it was quite a challenge. And it's an interesting little song. And kind of in that same vein, in that same kind of theme, John did another song just somewhat similar called I'm So Tired from the White Album. And this is one of those bangers from the White Album. I really love this song. And John's vocal delivery really expresses the emotions so well of long-term insomnia and how it can really take a toll on your mental health. And Ringo really stands out on this track for me. The drumming he does and the little breakdowns, it's really really good. I really like this song a lot. Check it out if you haven't already. Then we have one of the Beatles' best known songs. The one I mentioned, a British magazine called Mojo that once did their 100 best songs of all time. This one came in at number one. It wasn't even released as a single, so it did not make the charts. But In My Life, beautiful little song from John and with a little bit of Paul, and just man, if you don't know it, I don't even know why we're bothering with this. So let's just move on. Then we have that one B side that made it to number 96 on the Hot 100. It was the B side to a number one hit, which we're going to get to. I'm going to guess it's going to be within the next three parts, and I will let you know if I'm right on that or not. But it's coming up. And again, this was a B side. This was George kind of dabbling in traditional Indian music a bit, which he largely got away from after this. This was the last song he did with the Beatles that kind of delved into traditional Indian music, and we haven't even gotten to the other two yet. So three songs in which he delved into Indian music a bit, and this was the last of them, but alphabetically the first. And then we have an early one from With the Beatles, It Won't Be Long. Just a fun little rock and roll song from John and Paul. I don't know what to say about it. It's good. It's really good, and I encourage you to check it out because it's just fun. And then we have It's All Too Much from Yellow Submarine. It kind of, in many ways, a straight rock and roll song, but with some psychedelic elements, especially the feedback and stuff. And this is one of the longer ones. It's almost 6.5 minutes long. And I would say, this song is a bit too much. It just goes on a little too long. It's not fun enough like Hey Jude to go on that long, but still a pretty